Hi guys, this is Maame Afua, the Youth Festival podcast host. As you already know, this is a platform where we have young people coming together to share their ideas and experiences while creating and nurturing a community for young creative and professionals. And on today's session, I have with me a fashionista, in fact, a hard-working fashionista called Maame Afua. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I mean, you look it too. So if we were somewhere else, I'd probably ask, who are you wearing? Because girl,
let's not get into that.
please tell us. This looks like a Balenciaga shoe.
Oh, no.
But guys, you guys can't believe what she actually does, as her profession. This is so amazing. I mean, it's very inspiring. Your look and everything, matching it with what you really do. I'm sure you guys want to know what she does. Please, I'm going to leave it to her to introduce herself.
Thank you. Well, I'm a farmer by profession.
Wow.
Yes, specifically rice farming.
Oh, why farming? Man, you look good. Why farming?
Well, you can still be a farmer and look how you want to look, do what you want to do. It was never my plan to get into farming, but I had a friend who was into the same business. So I had wanted to start a business and he said, try farming. It's a good business. And, I've been following him on social media. I see how he's like taking road trips to the farm, the whole vibe, just being out there in nature. And I'm a sucker for nature. So I was like, all right, I'm doing this. So that's how the whole thing started. And I just thought of starting a business where, it has to be something that's on a high demand, on a daily demand. And rice is something we eat all the time. So I was like, definitely. So, yeah.
So you went for farming.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure you probably would have been at home thinking, should I go for this or I shouldn't? Because you look like you have a good sense of fashion as well.
I've tried different businesses in the past. Like, I've been into TV and radio.
Oh, wow.
But there's always door for improvement and trying new things.
Yes.
And so,
Yes. So
farming is fun.
Rice farming.
Yeah.
Can I ask where do you?
Yes, in Ghana.
Yes, in Ghana.
In Akosombo, that's in the Volta region of Ghana. Yeah, that's where the farm is located.
Okay, but then so it means you're also farming in other countries, is that right?
No. Currently just in Ghana, but it's my goal and my vision to spread my tentacles across. So we'll get there.
That's great. Anyways, congratulations already. Because it's not easy to see, a young woman like you get into farming, and then you're talking about it with so much passion. So it's really nice to see. So I wanted to know, when you went into farming, were you finding it any difficult? Are there weaknesses when you even started? Was it tough?
Even still, there's challenges just like in any other business, but you need to love what you do. That's my thing. Like I always say, if you don't love what you do, then it's like you're being forced to do it. I do face challenges, but I just try to make it work. And my business is a small scale business, it's not a large scale. So I'm trying on a daily basis, and the challenges are there, but we still try and make it work. And you need to work with good people. If you're not working with people who have a passion for the same thing that you're doing, then it's like it won't work out. So
you need to work with good people. How do you pick these people? How can you tell that this person is actually a good person? Some people even go ahead and then they have friends. They start to go with their friends because they feel like they know them. Yeah. And then people also say that in business there's no friendship. There's no system.
I'll always say this: if you want your business to work, don't work with your friend, because a stranger will support you more than your friend might. And the people I work with are people I don't know. They are farmers that live in Akosombo. They have been in that business for long, so they know what you're doing. They support me. I pay them. Yeah, so
you pay them.
Yeah.
So there's money into farming.
No, of course.
It comes with it some way, somehow.
You see,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So.
Okay, but you said you went for rice farming. Why rice farming?
Well, the friend who introduced me was into the same thing. But over there in Akosombo, there are different types of farming. There's animal husbandry, there's fishing, there's fruits, vegetables. But I decided to go for rice because I feel like it's not so complicated, if I can say that.
You think so? But I also think that rice is a community that is commodity. Sorry, that's eaten a lot more here in Ghana. I mean, every day there's rice, fried rice, jollof rice,
omutu.
Exactly.
It's
and
rice.
then the rice is, I think, mostly imported, right?
Exactly.
So that's a good business to tap into.
Yes, and I think Ghana should learn to embrace made in Ghana, because we have much more than we think. A typical Ghanaian will see made in Ghana and walk past it and go for the one made in UK, made in Italy or whatever. But Ghana rice is delicious. There's a good one, there's a bad one.
Hey.
That's how that's how even with the imported ones, there's a good one, there's a bad one.
Okay.
There are even plastic rice. We heard of it in the news.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, like a Chinese. I don't know if it's a Chinese. I don't want any issues, but from what I had read was that the Chinese people were importing rice made from plastic. So when you're cooking the rice, it's kind of like
so the grains are no rice, it's plastic.
It's plastic. Yeah. So so if we are able to embrace made in Ghana, like it's much
good to avoid
better.
all this. Right,
yeah.
Right. Is there anything that motivates you into this field that you are?
I honestly, I just like going out of town, out of Accra.
I feel like it's actually pretty difficult to take such a decision as a young lady in this generation, in this economy. You start to go into farming. In as much as you look like you appreciate the nature and what you've been doing, there should be something that really push you to
it's not so
keep
difficult.
going.
Trust me. I don't go on the farm and go and plant the crops individually. There are people who do that. And this is also like creating job opportunities for the locals and people over there. They're able to get something to do. So it's like I'm not really on the sun. I go to the farm, I supervise, I make sure everything goes well, I get hands-on with them. But there are people who are doing their jobs over there who make it easier for you. So I would advise the youth, like, it doesn't matter what it is, farming, all the things that you would never think a young person will do, go for it. Seriously, just go for it. It's fun. When you put your mind to it like that, I don't look at the hard part. I look at the part where I can just drive out of town, have my music on. I'm in nature. I'm seeing nature, enjoying the view, everything, and make money out of it. So,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And you had a dream job when you started. I mean, when you started after school, you had a dream job. Was farming ever never close?
Never. I never thought of it. Like, it was not in my slightest dream to be a farmer at all. My passion was radio and TV, like media work, and that's what I studied in school. So after school, I did radio for a couple of years, and I switched to TV, but it didn't work out. Okay. So I was just like trying my hands on different things. I started my own skincare line, it failed. I started my own lingerie line, it failed. And so when I got this opportunity, I was like, it's hardly for you to see Ghanaian girls going out with stockings. So sometimes I have the stockings, they're not buying it. And then I end up wearing my own thing. But everyone eats rice. So I was like, I'm definitely doing this. And I don't regret the decision, no matter how hard it seems.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very inspirational, because you tried a lot of things and then you didn't give up. You still kept going,
Yeah.
And now you're into farming. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I hope I get to be employed. Maybe I could pass by and see how it goes at your farm.
Let's see. I'm currently not employing though.
Okay.
No.
But you have people working for you already.
I can say that, but they're not my
like employees.
They're just
That's
people
okay.
I'm paying them to help me, I'm not paying them to work for me. They're helping me, because when it comes to harvesting, there are particular equipments that you need, like the tractors and all of that. I don't own them, they do. So they're helping me to make the work easier for me. The machines we use in harvesting, like the grading and the heating and all of that, I don't have any of it, so I pay them to help me. So that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So as you go in farming, so you have partners, or it's
Yes.
sole business.
It's not just me.
It's not just you.
No, it's not just me. For instance, I have my mom who really helps me
Aww.
with one or two things, and my brother as well. They help me to market, and I'm still in the process of registering
The
with
business.
FDA for approvals for it to be on the like large scale market. So in the meantime, with supplies and stuff like that, my family helps me. Yeah. So
Oh, it's good. At least you have, people by you encouraging you. That's
Yeah.
really good. It's very important as well.
I think so too.
Yeah. But how do you get to combine your personal life and that life? Because it looks like it requires a lot of time and attention.
Actually, I wouldn't say it takes all my time. I'm able to live my normal life and pair it with the business as well. So it's not that difficult, because, for instance, if the plants are still growing, I don't have to be there to watch it grow. I have to wait till it's time for harvesting. That's when I'm needed there. So in the meantime, I'm able to do what I want to do and just be on standby, so to speak.
Yeah. So let me just get a bit personal. You're fine babes and all that, and you have okay, but then you have a farm, so you may actually have young men coming to you. I mean, that's personal. If you don't want to answer that, it's totally okay. But that's between us. So
definitely, I will pass that one.
Okay, let me just land first. Let me land. Let me land. But then you may actually have people coming to you. Have there been any occasions where a man will come and ask you out, or probably he'll be interested in you, but because you're into farming, he get disinterested, or this kind of like, she's into farming.
No, I always get you a farmer? That's the response I always get. Really? Tell me more. They're always intrigued by it because it's not really common.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't push them away. It just kind of like surprises them. That's more like it.
Okay, so that's a good one, actually.
I guess
That's a good one. Yeah, that's pretty much good from our men. Well done. You guys should keep it up. Yeah. So will you say that there's an importance for the youth to actually get involved into farming? Is there a need for young people to get more into farming?
Well, like I said, you have to love what you do. If you don't have a passion for farming, don't go into it. But then there's always the opportunity that you should grab. Like if you get the opportunity to go into farming, go for it, because it is a good business. And farming is not only about plants. And there's different types of farming. You can even be farming in your house, just planting something at the back of your yard, in your flower pot. Exactly. It's all farming. You could start that way. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be doing it to sell, but in terms of business, if you want to do farming, you can totally go for it, but you need to have the passion for it so you don't feel like you're being forced to do what you want to do. But I will encourage the youth to really get handsy. These kind of businesses, farming and whatnot, they're really good. So
yeah. But I'm on a larger scale, right? Looking at the current economic situation in the country, and looking at the rates at which the unemployment is.
Entrepreneurship is the key. Like even if it's not just farming, like do something. Just do something, because it's hard. The economic situation is not pleasant, but then once you get busy and you're making a little bit of money, it's good. And like I said, it's not just about plants. You can do animal husbandry, you can do fishing, there's fruits, veggies, and all of those things. Not necessarily rice, but just do something.
Yeah. So apart from farming, is there anything else you do? Anything you're into?
Well, no.
Right now, it's mainly farming.
Strictly farming, but I'll be going back to school soon. So yeah, but for now, it's just farming.
Can we ask what you're going to study in school?
It's going to be like SFI. I'm moving to another country, so they demand that you know how to speak their language. So I'm going to be learning the language for about a year.
Okay.
And that's what will give me the opportunity to get a job or whatever. But my main focus is I don't want to go and just work a 8 to 5 job. I want to push Ghana. I want to push farming and all of that across. So my intention is to push my brand to where I'm moving to and sell the rice over there.
So what you're actually going to study is another course, farming related, agricultural related?
No, it's not like that at all. It's just me going to learn Swedish. Yes.
Okay.
So of course, when you move to a different country, you have to know how to communicate with them.
Yes.
So they demand that you know how to speak their language. That's the only way you can integrate into the system, get a job, start a job, a business, whatever. So yeah, I will be in school to learn Swedish, and then afterwards, my intention and my goal is to push the Ghanaian brand of rice over there, for them to see that we have rice in Ghana too. Yes.
Okay, yes, we do. Yes. So I wanted to know if you are facing any weakness, any challenges in your current business.
Yeah, I said earlier that in every business there are challenges, but the main challenge I'm facing right now is, I don't know if you know, but Ghanaians are built different. A Ghanaian can tell you, oh, you hear from me on Tuesday, and you would hear from them 2 weeks later. So my problem really is that when I'm expecting harvest, I go there, we see to everything, and I'm expecting the supply to be in by Monday. The supply isn't in till like 2 weeks later, and it's always one story after the other. So it's like when my clients are waiting for their supply, I'm not able to supply to them. And sometimes when I run out of supply, I have to wait till the next harvest.
So when it happens this way, what do you do? What happens to the crops? What happens to all that you've harvested?
If it's sold out and I don't have any more, I have to replant and wait till there's more harvest. Or I can buy from the farmers. So the farmers over there have their own businesses as well. You get it? So if my supply is finished, I have to buy from them, but then it's expensive. So sometimes if it's not really important, I don't buy from them. But my main challenge sometimes is just not getting the supply when I want to, or with pests and stuff like that. But it's under control, because when you are using good chemicals and fertilizers and stuff like that, you don't really face those problems. And sometimes with the rain, erosion can wash the plants away. Nice. But yeah, those are a few of the challenges, but it's not something that cannot be controlled.
Okay, so just a curious question, right? You were talking about the chemicals you use. Have there been instances where you buy those chemicals and they actually fake, or they end up spoiling your crops?
No.
But are they made in Ghana, chemicals?
Yes, of course.
They are?
Definitely. And like I said, the farmers over there, they know the job. These are people who have been doing it for generations. So they know the right product. I don't know. I'm still learning, so they know the right things to use, and I pay for it, and then they help me out.
So as a specialist in this area, would you advise Ghanaians to go, to eat the white rice? Or I think there's a brown rice as well, which is the Ghanaian rice, right? Which is a local rice.
Yes.
Which of them do you think is the best?
Well, brown rice is healthier because the starch content or carbohydrate is less. But white rice, like organic grown rice, like the ones that I have, are healthier than I'd say the imported ones, because the imported ones, sometimes when they're planting it, they have, I don't know what it is because I don't use it, but they have this particular thing that they plant the crops with, which gives it the aroma, the smell. Yes. So when you smell, perfume rice, you want one. But
you know why it's called perfume rice?
Because of the smell. Yes. But with the locally grown rice, it has the same aroma, but it's from the plant. There's nothing infused with it to give it the smell, and there's basmati rice, there's jasmine rice, there's different types of rice. But the most important thing is that you're not eating rice which is too starchy. Yes, so
you rather go for the brown one or the white one?
I'll eat any. As long as I have some stew to go with it, I'm good.
Okay. So which one do you prefer? Which one do you produce? Is it the white one or the brown one?
The white one.
Is the white? Is that
Yes.
is one is white as well?
Yes, that's jasmine rice.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because
Alright.
there's white rice, but it can be basmati, the long grain. You know the basmati
Yes.
rice, the Indian type. Yes. So, but mine is like the regular white rice.
Okay. So we actually hope on the festival you get to bring
Yeah.
some of the rice.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're going to all see it
Definitely.
and taste it.
Yes.
How it goes. Okay. So it was a lovely conversation, Maame
it
Afua.
was.
Thank you for all your insights.
Thank you
know.
for having me.
Yes. Before we close up, I would like to ask you if you could please give us some words of advice or any words of opportunities, to the young ones watching us or listening to us.
Okay, well, what I'll really say is go after what you want. And I always say that don't follow that statement, where do you see yourself in 5 years? No one is promised tomorrow. Tomorrow is now. So when you have an opportunity, grab it. Work for tomorrow. Don't say, I see myself here in 5 years. I see myself doing this in 5 years. Do it now if you have the opportunity. No matter how small it is, go for it and make sure you're doing what you love. That's the only way that what you're doing is going to be successful, if you love what you're doing. So, yeah.
That's it. Thank you, Maame Afua.
Thank you too.
Thank you, guys. So if you'd like to join us, please visit our website. Bye.